According to Baja, the leaf showed residual fluctuations of tacit discord. Those fluctuations pointed to a certain set of coordinates.
And that is Teacher Village in the Central Plains. As I make myself reflect over. This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need to concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit discords first.
Leave it to me. Break. One with the sounds. No hesitation. The hour is upon us.
Let me be your blade. Leave it to me.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds. I sense your weakness. Leave it to me. One with the sounds. Moment of resonance.
Leave it to me. Endless reverberation. Let me be your blade. Shape the shapeless.
Swift and resolute.
I think I found something, Rover. Ritualistic wood. Why are they seem to belong to a different time? I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their...
I see.
Watch out! Something's not right. Help, brother. Brother. Help. It seems to only repeat these lines. Tacit Discord's attack. This one probably turning the last bits of a heat. I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. Rover? I think I know. It seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. The village is crying. Something truly awful must have happened here. And the victims' reverberations based on the evidence we've found and the condition. Perhaps the Tacit Field has kept this village from being... There must be something we can do. We may find the victims nearby. I can speak. I'll inform Chuzia about what happened. Sorry. I know it doesn't sound very convincing. It's just a hunch of mine, and I don't have any Thank you, Rover. As for the little one here... The area is a mess, but it doesn't look like a... Look, there are many footprints here. These are traces left by a fight. Someone was... These cards, the Fraxidus is like...
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know. It's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with Tacit Discords. They've caused terror.
Fusing humans and Tacit Discords.
I've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called above the artificers are the overseers. Leaders, no one knows their true intention, and there is one particularly insane overseer. A man who sees no they belong to this one overseer I'm talking. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers... Huh?
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent so much time on it. If you need to hear it from me, then cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such... The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment. Don't worry, I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories. So, it's true. That makes sense, given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors. So you noted. No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers. But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only... Before you knew anything about this world, you are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forced from the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing... That's why I'm here. Because I see you. The truth hurts sometimes. You could say Look, my goal is simple. Come on. Observe. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface. And our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all. Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around? So go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? How typical. The age-old tale of savage wolves and helpless lambs. Good and evil as clear as day. It's a tired story that people cling. But let me ask you this. Do you truly believe Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in an innocent girl, a revered leader, and Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more. Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, in the day they toiled for food. And when evening fell, fables, stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life. The same story gets told by whatever you learn from it is just one, like us now. Caught in a carefully this village, so that magistrate led you. One day, the shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in Nope, quite the opposite. The shepherds, with a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant his flock obeyed, bowing their heads. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as the flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the... What's wrong? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from... You are right. But the world we live in falls short. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world... The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one, as each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you... I once believed that too. Thought as long as but true equality is scarce. The world was never. To receive equal retribution, one must give more, and more, and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. When they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider... Funny. Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes, because no more sacrifices were being... After witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose? Those oblivious lambs. Little did they... Well done. You didn't let any details slip. Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Indeed, the direct culprit was the shepherd. He held all the power, fulfilling wishes at a price. The lambs knew the risks, yet succumbed to temptation. Unfortunately, in the face of such temptation, they disregarded all the hidden risks, as disaster had yet to befall them. If they were given another chance, I believe they would still choose the same path. Inevitably, they accepted their fate. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes? Of course, as always, life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. Don't rush. What is the truth you've...
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock found out the truth, but chose to be his accomplices, and they willingly offered the black lamb as another sacrifice.
That's right! Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules. He withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. So they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. Black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already had a black lamb who rebelled against the rules, The innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless... They had it. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check. Fun answer, but no. Not even close. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the black lamb. The one who... Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up